Well, here we are. Guys, good evening. I hope it's not too late. I got here as quick as I could. Tommy and I went out this evening. It wasn't much. We went into the closest town. We went to Murfreesboro, and I got to see an old friend that owns a boutique there that I used to shop at every summer when I would come visit. And I bought a really cute hat in her store. How cute is that? I don't think I have a black hat. Tommy said I didn't. I do have a black hat, but I don't believe him. And the other thing I'm really enjoying. Hi, Jamie Palmer, West Coast Fancy Nancy. I just opened this Sephora lip stain that I've never worn, and I've had it for a while. In the last sale, they're still on sale. They're 50% off. Hey, Alex Moore. And I just opened this and put this color on, and I'm liking it. It's number 95. And it's like I'm kind of afraid of reds. I don't know why. I talk about doing a pop of red and I like it with this black and white. Hey, Gemini girl. Hey, I live for now. Big Z, May Danger. Thank you for becoming a member. That's awesome. Thank you. Hey, Cheryl Roberts, Shelly. Love you, Shelly. Raven Azure, Mark Nichols. Hey, Brittany's here. Hockeytown John. Thank you for being here, mods. Thank you, Hockeytown John. Hi, Keela. Sarah Bowman, Squirrel Girl, Mary Barron, Suddenly Sarah. All right, Suddenly Sarah, I'll take that. Lori Helker, hey babe. Dee Dee is here. Razzle Dazzle, that's cute. Anna, welcome. Emily Blythe, Aria, Kim Greenleaf, Knit My Bits, Tina Serlin, almost your birthday too. Happy early birthday, babe. Mile High Hokey. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for sending something. Lily Benjamin, Tabitha's here. Leslie Girl, they don't stay on you? That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. Elizabeth Frazier, Little Old Me, Heather Carr, Abby D, Marie Marion. Thank you, Marie. Lucia, I love that name. Uh, you know I love to belong. You're so cute, May Danger. That's adorable. Hi, Sophia. Maisie Shiloh, West Coast Fancy Nancy. I think I already said hi, but you're just cute. I'm going to say it twice. Hi, JR. It is a dark red, Jamie Palmer, and I like a bright red too, but this is like a deep kind of a ruby red, and I'm into it. Angie Moe, Pat Watson, Rockstar Gran. Thank you. Sorry to hear that, Rockstar Gran. She prefers 40 instead of 50. Ty's channel, love you, Ty's channel. Margie Barr, Katie Smith, E-Grids, Susie SP Squirrel, Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay. Elena Rainerman. Rain Virus, Sin K, Anita Card. I love you as always, girl. Thank you, Shelly. Hey, Dawn Moore, Mimi2TG, Salty Bliss, Marion Calabro. It was a good day, Heather Carr. It was a good day. Been just trying to still unpack. And then at like 4 o'clock, Tommy and I left the house and ran, like I said, to the nearest town. And I got to see my friend who owns that store. I haven't seen her for a while. Tony's here. Hoban, welcome. Janet, welcome. Catherine B, Jennifer B, Simon Superstar, Katie Fulton. Thank you. Tommy bought that tonight in her store, this canvas. And as you can see, I like what it says. It's big, but it's really cool. We like that as a background. Tell me what you guys think. Goosebump, Brownie Buttons, whine a little bit more. Rose, Cat K. Like a blue red? Probably so, Cat K. Emma Azure. Thank you, Emma. Nadine. Alana's here. Of course, Brian Lucas. Cindy Funk. Love you, girl. Lost a Little. Teacher Nurse. Kim Leanne, 67. The Able Traveler. Lori Lee. Aw, thank you, Mailman's Wifey. Happy pre-birthday, Reese. Thank you. That's so nice. Nita's Nook. Sherry LeBrun. This too shall pass. Pamela SP Butterfly. I pronounced your name correctly because that's my grandmother's name, Lucia. And if I had a little girl, I was going to name her Lucia. If I ever had a little girl, that was what I was going to name her. So I love that name. Abigail, have you been to your P.O. box? I got no, but I will probably try to go, Abigail, tomorrow. Thank you, Abigail. You've done so much. Thank you for the housewarming gifts, everything. You're amazing. Leah Chase, Abby D, Mama Bear, Cassie Mosier, love you. That's crazy that the lip stains don't stay on you. Arkansas Flamingo. Thank you. Prayers for you and glad I know your story. I couldn't figure it out. Boy, no words. Here's to peace for you, Hux and Tommy. Thank you so much. And it's good to see you again. Hey, Yarn Prepper. That sounds like fun. P. Taylor. Thank you, Shelly. Yeah, it's cool. Keela, I did not receive. You'll have to text me, Keela, because some things I received didn't have names. So if you did send me something, it didn't have your name. Donna Garside, Odds 13, Copper Top, Brooke Elliott. Thank you, Brooke. Yeah, it was a great interview with Nat. It really was. Leisha, Puka Vista. Yeah, it's a good nail color. I agree. Hey, Liz Tricks. Thank you. That picture of Tommy and I, that was a great picture. I snapped that when we were out tonight. And I was like, God, I really like, even though I hated my lip stain in this picture because it was coming off, I still really liked that. I thought that was a great, Tommy looks so good in that picture. It's actually, that's the reason I posted it. Look how relaxed he looks, you guys. He looks really good. He looks healthy. He looks happy. I love it. And to be honest, it kind of turns me on at the same time. Maisie Shiloh, my sister Curious George, Deanna Downey, Be Merry for Life. Welcome. I know, Mile High Hokey. It is tiny too. It's hard to read. Thank you, Lisa. Hey, Eileen S. Eileen S., just pick what colors you think you like and just wear that. Jen P. Hey, Ev Barney. KT Graynet. Yeah, they're half off, girl. Flyers Girl. I do too, Anita Card. Hey, mainly Linda. Sarah Bowman. Thank you. It was a good live last night with Tommy. Yeah, she did look cute on that chair. Rain Virus. Where's Joe Virus? Gold Dogs for me. Thank you, Tony P. Why don't you come sit up here in this chair, please? You want me to hold you? That seems silly. Oh, Chauncey. Chauncey. Billy with an IE. Baby steps. Are you gifting memberships again? You sure did. Thank you, babe. You know, that is, the membership gifting is so kind because other people get so excited to get a membership. So thank you. Thank you, Pat Jonas. Kim is Blue. Arkansas Flamingo. Thank you for becoming a member. Hey, SMSP. Why don't you sit in that chair, baby? Thank you. Sounds like a Scientology TR. Sit in that chair. Thank you. Sandy Kovacs, what was the supplement you mentioned for sleeping? Oh, you know what? I didn't answer you yet. I did see that you messaged me. I was eating dinner. It's called GABA, GAPA, and I take it in, it's ones that dissolve in your mouth. They taste orange flavored, and I just take one before bed. Hi, DP in Tennessee. My other's keeper. Brownie buttons. Hey, Whistle Dawn. Down. Roberta, check your email. Okay. Birthday money. Go get some more lipstick. That is so nice. Thank you, Brownie Buttons. I will. Hi, Susie Oberholtz. Pause for Andrea. Darlene Williams. Anna says, I was thinking about what Natalie said about piecing things together. Now, what you used to say about Hux having some issues with school makes a lot more sense, knowing what was really going on at home. Thank you for validating that. Yeah. I want to talk about that a little bit. Hey, Joel Sachs. Hi, Rachel. Okay, now I'm getting behind, so I'm kind of skipping ahead. Aaron F. Boris Cruz. Where is the best crim in the world? He's in the other room. He's so cute. Texas Shenanigans. I don't want to get behind. Does she know she's tiny? She sure does, Kim. That is so funny, Lori Lee. Yes, we covered it. God, that was so funny when you said that. Clever nerd pun. Welcome. Yeah, it makes total sense. Katie Fulton and I have the exact same closet. Yeah, GABA, GABA. Audrey's here. People, places, and perspectives. Did you get my basket? It said it delivered. What basket? It's a basket? Was it at the UPS where I have my UPS box? Maybe not yet. If it was delivered, I need to go tomorrow. I would have gone tonight, but I drove by it and they were closed. Hi, Tony Scooter. Don't worry. Thank you, teacher's nurse. I will. I promise, guys. I will. Watching you from the beginning, just want to let you know you are amazing. Karen Johnston, thank you. Thank you for saying that, babe. So nice. Detroit, Stacy Neverin, welcome. Pam from Canada. Rhonda Rambles. Kathy loves horses. I feel like I haven't seen you for a minute. Hey, girly dog. She doesn't know she's small. She chases bulls. That's a great point. Spirit Weaver, you did catch a live. Welcome. Nature and paddleboarding. Thank you. It's in a box via FedEx. Okay, then it's probably at my UPS box. I will pick it up tomorrow. Thank you, teacher nurse. I will. So I want to Goosebump. Did I say hi to you? If I didn't, hello, babe. I love you. Hey, Care Bear Share. Love it. Thank you. Almost happy birthday. Yeah, my birthday's on Monday, guys. I'll be 40. Thank you, Sharon. So did most of you see, you made it, Creekside Acre? And I'll keep doing roll call, but did most of you see, love you, Michelle Ferrier. Hey, love yourself. Boris Cruz. We all have a dumpster fire going on somehow, some way. Leah Chase, that is such a nice thing to say. You and Tommy give me hope for real love and finding the right fit. Absolutely. I believe in it so much. And I always will. Honestly, I always will. Hey, Jan. I did not get new auto insurance. Thank you for reminding me. I need to do that. Holy crap. Marion Calabro, thank you. You guys didn't even have to send anything. Marion, that's so nice. Hey, Koala Lou. Craig Brown. Lurker here. Been watching for a while. Love you even more. I love you, Craig Brown. What a nice thing to say. You guys don't know how much it means to me, especially when a lurker says something. Thank you. How do I feel about turning 40? I feel great about it. But after everything I've just come out of, I'm like, give it to me. Bring it to me. Everything is brighter, happier, shinier. I'm looking forward to it. Like nothing is in the dark anymore. Thank you, Anne Marie. Welcome, babe. Hey, Lisa, New Jersey. UPS store is open on Sunday here, Abigail. I know they're not usually open, but this one is. They told me that. Hey, Monica M. That's so sweet, Audrey. Hey, Iwa. Thank you. Love it. Wow. Love wins for those that believe. I've always been a big believer in love, and you're not really going to stomp that out for me. Denise LaFond. Okay. Thank you for sending it. I'll have to take a look. So did a lot of you, Amanda Jean. Thank you, Amanda Jean. I know you guys get annoyed when I start talking and then I sidetrack and talk to someone, but most of you who are here are used to that and understand it means everything to me. I don't want to ignore people. I want to acknowledge people. I want to thank people. They're here to talk to me just as much as I'm here to talk to you. So, I know it gets annoying. And when I get into something really serious, I usually won't look at the chat and I'll just say what I need to say. But we're only 13 minutes in, and it's really important to me that I see my people, my friends, that I see the new people I've never seen before. Thank you, Annika's mom. It just means everything to me. And I know that can be annoying for people, and I'm not trying to annoy you. But like Sarah Bowman, I love Sarah Bowman. I have to say hi to her and thank you. Hey, Liz R. Oh, thank you, Iwa. I got that shirt at Lady Co. So it's not annoying to me, says Tony P. You make people feel good. That's just, thank you, Tracy. I love you, Fancy Face. Can't think of a better name. Welcome. Hey, Allison. If anyone finds it annoying, they don't have to watch. Unfortunately, Allison, you would think that's the case, but some people like to torture themselves. Roll call is a tradition, says Shelly. Hey, Chrissy Never in Newton. Hey, Karen Francis. It's just important to me. I get very excited to see people showing up. I get excited. Yeah, Shelly Kelly, exactly, Verbo Boss. I get excited when I see the number increase watching, and I get excited. It's like, it truly is to me when I see someone come in and go, hey, Reese, like Lost Mittens. Thank you, Mimi7. It almost is like people coming through a door and they're like, hey, Reese, hey, everybody, hey, Chad. Like, that's what it's like. It's like, hey, Lost Mittens is here. Hey, Jamie Palmer's here. Like, I love it. Yeah. Thank you, Ty's channel. I love the way you look at Tommy. That's really sweet. Anne Marie, that's what makes you unique, Reese. You haven't forgot how you started. Of course, I never will. Thank you for saying that. I was thinking that today, actually. Hey, Anna Banana. I was saying that to Tommy. I'm like, I don't care ever if we have 100,000 subscribers. I don't care if I have a million. I don't care if it's 500,000. I will always, I told him I was cleaning today and I said, I will slow my chat as much as I have to. I don't care what I have to do. I'm never going to change. I know why I started this channel. I know why we're all here, and it's for the same reason it's always going to be. Yeah, Kim Greenleaf, exactly. It's important to me. It's really important. Hey, Julia. Claire McBride walking in the door saying hello. Yes, Claire is here. Michelle with 1L. Wicked Tinkers. Thank you again for sending me something on Venmo. That was so nice of you. I'm going to put that toward a nice dinner for Tommy and I for our birthdays. Thank you. You look at Tommy like kid looks at Tommy, Lori Lee. That's so cute. Katie, I get excited to see my friends. Y'all make life tolerable. Thank you for providing this platform. It gives me all the hope in the world. I love each of you. Exactly. It's so true. Marie Marion, I love roll call. It makes me feel special when you say my name. I know you are happy and I'm here with you. That's what I mean. It's such a big deal to me. And it's so frustrating anymore when people are like, I would watch you, but I hate that you spend 30 minutes calling people out. Can you just get to the story? It's like, then this isn't the channel for you. You know, there are plenty of channels that are going to completely ignore you, just like a horrible boyfriend that's going to ignore you and watch football and order pizza. If that's what you're looking for, great. But I'm going to be the spouse that wants to see you and wants to know how your day went. Like interaction, connection. That's why I'm here. So if that does annoy you, I'm pretty sure there's other YouTube channels out there. Just Google it or something, you know, type in a search word. I don't know. Nita Lee. Been watching since Aaron doxed you. I'm so inspired by your story. Thank you, babe. That's so nice. Love you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Another lurker here, Wendy LM. I had to take a mental health break from YouTube. Good to see your pretty face, Reese. Could you direct me to your first video about the gestures? Love, peace, and happiness. Wendy, I love you, gal. Thanks for coming back. And take a mental health break whenever you need to. The first video was called Never an Honest Word. That's where I think I first started talking about it. Get to the point, Reese. Cassie gets a pass. Cassie gets a pass because she's kidding. Shannon C., you are so great at connecting with the chat and telling stories. You do an amazing job. That's because I love you, girl. It's authentic. We all are. This is a true family we have here. Thank you for saying it, though. Kenny Adcox, welcome. Sin K loves roll call. Dr. Ducky, hi. Yorkie Mom's here. Yeah, I love it. And it's Ms. Zippy. Welcome. Thank you, Creekside Acre. I was Catching Alive. You like my hair like this? Thank you. Can't think of a better name. I have a hard day and it makes me feel loved. That's nice, Iwa. Minnesota boy mom. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, Care. So glad you and Tommy go from 2 cabins to 1 on the cruise. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we downsized to the 1 for sure. No need to have 2 and spend the money that I don't have right now anyway. So it was perfect. But yes, definitely. I love this community so much, says Ty's channel. I have met such great people through you, Reese. I love that. And a lot of us have. Tommy looks at Reese like I look at pizza. Oh my God, that's cute. I'm like a puppy. I thrive on recognition, Lindsay. Of course you do. We all do. Everybody wants to be recognized. Everybody wants to be seen, loved. Fly Famil. I usually don't speak in the chat. I hate roll call, but that's a part of the deal. It has gotten longer as the followers grew, and that's okay. Well, thank you for saying that. And not everybody, you can't, it's one of those things, guys, you cannot please everybody. Audrey, thank you. Yeah, I really kind of stacked today. I did 4 necklaces, but you know what? Kind of went with the dress. Thank you, Audrey. I hardly ever get to see you live, so I love when you call us out, Sin K. I love that. Gina Erickson, welcome. That's sweet. Detroit, Stacy, never in. I'm always on the replay crew, so happy to be here on a live. I love that. We love that you're here. Thank you, DNV. I love being a viewer of your channel and the budding relationship between you and Tommy. DNV, you've always been around and you're so nice. I feel seen when you say my name, Reese. I love it. I won't say other words. Oh my God, that is so catching on. You're welcome, Wendy LM. Oh, Tommy and I have been saying that all day. I'm like, don't say other words. You better not say other words. I told Huxley, I said, you're kind of famous, son. Everybody says it. For those of you that don't know what that means, my son, when he didn't start talking till he turned 3, which I wasn't worried about it. I know that's late, but I was like, look who his mother is. The kid's going to talk. Like, I'm not worried about it. And when he did start talking, when he would get mad at me, if I'd like make him do something or, eat his dinner or whatever, he'd get mad. And I would go to like say, you have to do it. Like, you got to do it. And he'd go, don't say other words. And he'd look at me all serious. Like, I think in other words, that means like, you better shut your mouth. Don't be talking anymore, lady. He'd look at me all serious. The other thing he would say when he was mad at me, Huxley first started saying, it was when he first started putting words together. He got mad at me one day and he looked at me and he said, I am going to make you sad. And I thought, oh my God, that's so threatening. And I thought that's a safe thing to say in the world. Like the next cashier that's really rude to me or like just out in the world, I'm going to be like, I am going to make you sad. I thought, how perfect. Like, that's not that threatening. Or if you're mad, you could be like, don't say other words. I love that. It was perfect. Did you see the email I sent about my hairstylist in Nashville? Angie, probably, I think. Did you send it via email or messenger? Because I think I got a couple of people sending me their hairstylist. I did see a girl with really cute hair last week, and I got the name of her stylist, and she's in Franklin, but she's moving to Tompkins Station or something. I don't know. And that's probably really far away. Thank you for saying that, Fly Famille. Amanda says I look hotter. Wow. Slow your roll. You're rushing again. Nelbot, Reese, you would kill with a stand-up set. You and Natalie were so funny. Thank you. You know what? Remind me to do that. Have you posted that video you took down a while back regarding Jeff? I missed it. Guys, I took a video down. What was that? Like a couple months ago. I don't remember what I said on it, but it's neither here nor there. That's kind of my life. I mean, I'm a YouTuber and I say shit all the time I probably shouldn't say. And I'm like, whoops, so well, too late. Kathy Ann, can you remind me? Or maybe we can take it down as unprivate. I don't even know where the hell it is. Kathy Ann runs my show. I don't know. Girly Dog, thank you for becoming a member. I love that fictional me from the UK. Thank you. Billy with an IE, usually a lurker, but you look so much more at peace since the move. It's lovely to see. Thank you, my friend. What's that? Say it again, Cram. Damn. That was your damn from Tommy. Love it. Gertie Treat Tax. Thank you. Love it. That's cute. Christina, thank you for becoming a member. Hockeytown John, one of our favorites. More Detroiters, eh? Hey, Reese, wink, wink. I saw that. I know that lady from Detroit. That was crazy. And she's a replay crew member. Yeah. Thank you for your $10. Hi, Susan Everett. Yeah, it's always nice to be acknowledged, isn't it, Alana? It's like, how could that piss you off? I mean, I guess I get it, but guys, we've been around. Oh, email. Okay, I'll look, Angie Mo. I also just love being your friend. That's it too, DNV. I mean, we've been around long enough that this is just kind of how we do things. And it kind of hurts my feelings when people are like, I hate roll call. It's like, okay, then, go to your search bar and type in a different type of channel because it's probably not going to change. I know, Shelly, it cracks me up every time too. Moose and Kid are getting along really well. They were super cute today. We were unpacking stuff and hanging things on the wall. And hey, Lydia Krause, they're really getting along. Hey, Aunt Nene Hobbs. Sally, thank you for being here. Gertie is actually much better with the cows. Like she's starting to learn. I carry her outside now instead of just letting her fly out the door. I carry her out the door and I set her down and I go, so we're not going to do this. Don't say other words. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to do anything with those cows. DS Kitty Diane, I love that you're here. Thank you, babe. Lisa Beam, welcome. So how many people saw the live with Natalie yesterday? I'm assuming quite a few of you did. That's what I wanted to get into. We're 24 minutes in. I didn't do too badly. Not only do I like hearing my name, but I like hearing everyone else's name. I know, Rain. It's important. West Coast Fancy Nancy, I love roll call. It makes us all feel we are seen and appreciated. Exactly. Hey, Witness. Stacy Tom, Susan Everett. Okay, yeah, you're saying me. Okay, you guys saw it. It was a great stream, by the way. I don't know yet, Creekside Acre. Honestly, I made some homemade breakfast sausage today that my mom brought, and it was delicious. And I thought about you guys. I was like, I need to do a stream and like cook something. And so I thought maybe make some chili, like with some of my mom's beef that she has in her freezer. Mouse 4081. Thank you for your super sticker. Hey, JR and Hummingbird. I only sent you a message on Messenger. I don't know if you got it, but I love you. And I love you. And thank you for your super chat. I'll take a look. I tried to respond to a ton of messages yesterday and I'm so behind, but I think I answered about 75 messages yesterday. Um, anyway, so the conversation with Natalie, it was wonderful. What's her channel? Mods, can you put her channel up, please, for Love Yourself? Her name is Natalie Webster. I love chili too, Shelly. And I just want to kind of talk about that. I want to touch on that because I don't stream with a lot of people. You guys know that. It's kind of intentional. It's kind of by design. I love what I do. I love, love, love coming on here and talking to you guys. I love choosing when I'm going to do it. I love building it up and like, what am I going to talk about? You guys have no idea. Like every day I wake up, the first thing I think about is you guys. And I think, what time should I do today? And I think about my day. And then I'm like, what do I want to talk about today? There's all kinds of things I really want to touch on, like just different things that like really get to me. Hey, Bo Beats. Bo, where are you from? When I listened to your audio the other day, I was like, holy Canadian. Are you Canadian? Are you like from Minnesota? I couldn't believe, like, I love people with that accent, but I don't want to offend you. I don't know where you're from, but my God, you have such a cool accent. Hey, Vic Campbell. Um, it's not that I don't want to stream with people, but when I find myself having to stream with others, it almost starts to feel like a job. Like I'm being forced to do it. It's almost like I feel like I'm having to, I don't know. I love the idea of coming on here or coming on with Tommy and just hitting go live and bleh, whatever we say is whatever we say. That's where I do best. I don't like I get a little bit of nervousness when it comes to, hey, call me Matrix Rabbit. When it comes to, she's Canadian. Okay, that's awesome, Bo. I love your accent. Um, I don't know if I'm articulating this well. I loved talking to Natalie. Yeah, Matrix, I'm in the new house. Yeah, it's like I need to perform, Kathleen Champ, and it's having to behave too. Yes, Lori Lee, you're in somebody else's house. That's true too. There's that feeling of I'm not with my people, and I get a little bit of an anxiety feeling when I'm on my channel. I'm totally at ease. I know you guys. I feel like you know me really well. There's no weird feelings. When I'm on somebody else's, what lipstick, Yvonne? Glad you asked. I just unpackaged this. It's number, what did I say, guys? 95. And it is a good red. It is like a ruby. It's really a good deep red. Vancouver. Okay, that's amazing, Bo. Um, Yeah. So I'm not tearing it down. There's nothing bad. I'm just being honest with you guys in that I know everybody and I'm comfortable here. And when I'm on somebody else's channel, sometimes it's not a safe place for a YouTuber. Like sometimes Christina, oh, I'm glad you made it. Sometimes it's um I feel like I'm in a room full of people I don't know. And a lot of times they don't like you. Like I've been on other channels where they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to watch this. I hate this girl. I'll catch you when you're like I've seen comments like that and it's like I just want to be back home with my people. Like it's just an anxiety for me. I hope to grow from that and get better at it. Now, I don't have a problem at all interviewing with people. I have no nervousness about that. I had no nervousness about going on Natalie's channel and talking to Natalie. I don't worry about talking to people I don't know. Like I actually do best. That's what I mean with no script and no net and you just hit go. That part I can do. It's actually paying attention to somebody else's chat, things like that. I'm like, should I answer that? Should I not? I don't want to interrupt the person on their channel. I want to be respectful, things like that. So it's a different ball game. That's all. Um, I know Allison says we are your people and we follow you on other channels. And that I did feel safe on Natalie's because all you guys super chatting her. Hold on. Speaking of super chats, I couldn't find that video where you were upset with some things Jeff said. Tommy came on to help you. It was awesome. Thank you, P. Taylor. I'm not sure which video that would be. Hey, Aileen, thank you for super chatting me. You guys gave her so many super chats and it was so kind. And I recognized every one of you. And it was funny, like so much. I felt kind of bad. Natalie was like, hey, it's Audrey, the sassy Parisian. I was like, actually, it's Audrey. She pronounces it Audrey. And, I loved it because I know you guys. And I was so excited to see you guys supporting her. And I know it's not, you already go to her channel. Obviously, you are subscribers to her channel. You're not just here with me. I get that. But it made me smile so much because I felt so much at home on her channel because I recognized all of you. So I'm not sure where I was going with that, but what I'm trying to say is I'm so comfortable. That's why I just do my own stuff over here. And I find that, don't worry, Liz R, I'll put it back up. Kathy Ann and I will find that and put it back up. It's just more safe and comfortable over in my house, I guess is what I'm saying. And sorry, I hope that didn't come off as rude, Hockey Town John. He says, I laughed so hard every time you corrected her. We were there in numbers for you both. It was so cute. I wasn't trying to correct her to be rude. It's just I know you guys. When Aria gave a super chat, I was sad that, Lyric is home and he was in the NICU for 53 days. I really know you guys. I really care about you guys. And it was just beautiful to see you all there in so many numbers. Thank you, Katie Fulton. Witness. We love being at your house the best. I'm just safe here. I'm comfortable here and I can say whatever I want here. But I do have to say this. I got to do stuff like that with people like Natalie every so often because I love, she wanted to know more about Tommy for sure. She was a bit judgy regarding Tommy. I think she just doesn't know him and wanted to ask more questions for sure. Lost Mittens. Did I pick up any subs? Not a lot. I got about 30, 20, which is great for me. But I mean, it wasn't like huge numbers, but that's also probably because we share a lot of the same audience for sure. Anyway, what I was going to say is I need to do that more often because I really did love the challenge. Like I like being questioned. I liked being put in the hot seat. I liked not knowing what she was going to ask me because it challenges me to go, wow, I never thought of that. That's a good question. It definitely, yeah, Shelly, I agree. Butterfly kisses. Hi, Reese. Is your lip stain the cream or matte? Well, it goes on as a cream, but it dries as a matte. So, it's cream. It says right there. Can't really see it. Whatever. It says cream lip stain. Thank you, little mink. So yeah, it's just a different ball game. Totally, actually. And it changes your perspective. And 20 or 30 is amazing to most streamers. Well, that's true, Joe Virus, but I lose like 28 to 30 a day now. So it doesn't really make a difference to me either way. I'm just happy to have the people I have. Well, who's this now? What do you got there?
The question is, are you comfortable on Cults and Crims?
I am very comfortable on Colts and Crims. I'm comfortable with that Scoville fella. He's one happy fella.
Look at this kitty.
That is so cute.
He'll be like this when you guys are done. He doesn't leave.
He's so cute, you guys. Tommy is also, hey, I hope you're feeling good because I'm going to get it. No, Joe, I get it. It's not a numbers game for me anymore. I used to feel like, oh no, I lost 20 subs today. And now I just think people are going to come and go. YouTube's going to unsubscribe. They're going to resubscribe. So if I got 20 to 30, I'm very grateful. But it's just, I don't really think about it that much anymore. It's not a numbers game for me. Chris Crafts and Coffee. Did you say on CNC that Jeff has ED? Thank you for your super chat. I don't know that he's been diagnosed with it. No, by all means. But I'm saying that a lot of those guys, those jesters, have their, some of them are in their 80s or 90s. And Jeff told me that a lot of them pay to just play with women's boobs or, do oral or something like that. But they can't perform is what Jeff told me. Yeah, YouTube unsubscribes people all the time. Cute. Brandy, you're a fine girl. Question: what was the vitamin you said you were taking trying to sleep? Yeah, I want to try it. I can go search your video with Natalie. No, it's called GABA. Hey, Joanne, it's called GABA. It's GABA, and I take the little tablets that you can chew up. They're orange flavored, and I got them at Whole Foods, but it's called GABA. ED is erectile dysfunction. Lisa Beam, Blake, he's been around. Melly. Yeah, exactly, Kelly H. Natalie was being protective. Hey, Lisa from Jersey. Hey, Franklin MC. So I absolutely loved being on her channel. I do have to say that. And that's what I mean. I loved the interaction. I loved the perspective. And I loved being real with her on a live. That's also, I like getting into the guts of things. I don't do small talk. So it was really, you're welcome, Brandy. It was really, again, I love the challenge. I love the questions she had for me. So I wanted to get into that because I told you guys this and I said this. She asked me some things and I got to see it through the viewer's eyes. I got to see it through her eyes. Hey, LL Jersey girl. I loved the interview and it answered so many questions. Yeah, a lot of people reached out to me to say that. And yeah, Jen P, exactly. And I appreciated her honesty and just being upfront. Diablo Rose, if you have talked to police/lawyer, did they advise not to talk about some stuff about Royal Order of Justice for possible future case? They did not. No, but I spoke to an attorney more than the police because I've been told not to get with the police about it. If I'm going to go to anybody, it probably should be the FBI because the police are most likely involved in it. But that was just advice that I received. I don't know if that's true. But a lawyer pretty much said that I can share anything as long as it's the truth. And I have a lot of receipts to back that up. So I have a lot of things that are definitely true. Hey, Kazri. I know, Shannon C. Does Michael know the things Jeff is involved in? Yes. Hey, Johnny. So, yeah, I agree with that, Franklin. Yeah, my attorney I talked to about it just basically said, like, it's probably not a good idea to name guys' names, but at the same time, as long as I have the proof to back it up, I'm good. And I have a lot of proof. As long as you can prove it's true in a court of law on charges of defamation. Exactly. So, who is Michael? That's my son's dad, my first husband. Hey, Sassy Savage, love you, girl. It just felt good to be over on her channel too. Yeah, do not personally identify anyone, and I don't need to, honestly, witness. There's no reason to do that. I would rather just expose what they're doing. We don't really need to expose who they are. There you go, Amy B. I loved hearing about the covert visit of Tommy. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Robin Miners, I don't think I said hi to you. And that was also what I wanted to talk about because I even said on her channel, I said, I haven't even said this out loud. I haven't talked about this, but there's so many things. So many people have reached out to me since yesterday and said, hey, I stopped watching you, or hey, I want to apologize to you. Am I still talking to Michael? Yeah, I talk to Michael. Not regularly, but we talk. We're definitely not on the outs. We get along just fine. Yeah, that's Huxley's dad. So anyway, a lot of people have reached out. Now I'm going to probably try to ignore the chat as much as I can so I can keep my train of thought here. A lot of people have reached out to me and apologized. And I don't want you to feel like you need to apologize. You don't need to. I was holding things back, guys. I was holding things back. But I'm glad. I have to say, many people have reached out and said, I unsubscribed from you because I wasn't tracking and I wasn't following. Hey, Sarah Graham. And now I'm putting the pieces together and it makes so much sense. And I just want to say thank you to those people. Thank you for being willing to come back. Thank you for being willing to listen. I could not there were things I really wanted to say to you guys, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. And it felt really good. It feels that's why ignore Joe Virus just for your info. Ask your wife, man. When we first started the stream, I said, "Where the heck is Joe Virus?" You're never ignored, you silly Sally. Yeah, TKK. So, Kelly H, welcome back, babe. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Tommy is a superhero for coming to your aid in Kansas City. You deserve each other. Yes, thank you. Hey, Carol Barnhart. Fun fact, trying to keep things light for you. I wish Jeff a happy birthday and he unfriended me. And I'm sorry that happened, but truly you're better off, girl. That's hilarious. Thank you for your super chat. Michael's okay with us moving far away because he understood why. Michael knew that I had to get away from Jeff to be safer. He knew that. Jade Phoenix, your vibe and aura have completely done a 360 since I first started watching you, but I've never caught a live until now. Wow, Jade. Thank you for saying that and welcome to a live. Reese ignores me. Kestrel, you better hold your tongue, girl. Not even close. I always felt there was more to your story and had faith in your journey. Thank you, Melodramatic. That is hysterical, Anne, and silly. But I'm grateful to you guys. Nothing but love. Thank you. I'm grateful to you guys because you really stuck it out with me. And if you didn't stick it out with me, you came back and you now are able to, Jen P, I love that chair too. You're now able to understand. And I just want to say thank you. Christy, 1962, welcome, girl. I want to say thank you. And I want to say, hey, Caitlin, Big Z's daughter. It was a rough time. And so many of you are so nice. Bye, witness. Love you. So many of you are so nice to have stuck it out with me or to have come back. I don't hold it against anyone for leaving. Guys, I always say, you may grow to not like me anymore and unsubscribe. That's totally okay. I'm not going to be for everybody, and I shouldn't be. Thank you, Danya. Baby steps. I love you two together, and you felt comfortable with Natalie. It was a joy to watch. Your vibe determines your tribe. Absolutely. I was very comfortable with her. Thank you for saying that, baby steps. Thank you for your super chat. There was more to the story. And like I said yesterday on Natalie's channel, I've never voiced this to you guys until yesterday. I was really going through it with Jeff, and there was so much more you guys didn't know. And as far as he really would threaten me about Jeff was really cool in so many ways. We got along just fine. And I mean get along like roommates, like we weren't funny. Like Tommy and I laugh all day long together. We make each other laugh. Jeff and I got along as long as I walked a straight line with him. If I said something he didn't like, I was in trouble. And he made that very clear with me, like you are not going to talk like that and you will obey you will be punished. And Jeff would say things like that to me. And that was so, for a woman who's so outspoken, I've always been, you guys know me. I mean, I'm pretty opinionated and I'm pretty loud about how I feel about things. And it was so hard for me. I don't know how, I feel like I'm being choppy tonight with my communication. I want to apologize. Yes, Judy Lee, thank you. If that came from you, thank you. It was really hard for me because I have a YouTube channel, and once I had that YouTube channel, I really wanted to be able to talk. And I was threatened a lot, not just by Jeff, but by some of his jester friends. And I was told, you're not going to talk about this. You'll never talk about this. And yeah, Jeff and I were fine as long as I played his game. And you may or may not understand how hard that was for me to come on here and pretend a lot of things were good when they were not. And that turned into, like I told you guys, I saved up every super chat you ever sent me. I had no money. And I saved up all my super chats and I went and filed for divorce. But I talked to Jeff about it. And I cooked up a story in my head. And I want to talk about this on my channel because some of you didn't hear the chat with Natalie yesterday. And I said to him, I went to lunch with him and I said, "You are in a lot of credit card debt," which he is. And I said, "I have zero credit card debt. I don't have any debt." And I said, if something were to happen to you, you're 30 years, almost 30 years older than me. You're not in really good health. And I told him, I said, "This is the truth. If something were to happen to you, Huxley and I would be screwed financially." And he said, "Yeah, that's true." I noticed Jeff correct you once during a live that he joined for you. You guys had the dog with you. I caught my attention, but I thought that was just me. Johnny, no, a lot of people have noticed that. And I said, "I don't want to be financially in trouble with a 14-year-old child if something were to happen. Your body language, demeanor, and all over vibe is very apparent when you're in distress. A lot of us picked up on it." I know that, Anita. A lot of people have told me that. And I said, "So I would like to get divorced for financial reasons, no other reasons. And I know how important optics are to Jeff, how he looks, how he is perceived is important to him. It's not as important to me." And he said at this lunch, he said, "Okay, yeah, we can do that." I said, "I will keep your last name. We don't have to tell anybody. I just want to be financially separated legally so that nothing comes down on me if something happens to you." And he said, he paused and he gave it some time and he said, "Okay, yeah, I'm on board with that." And then he said, he goes, "Actually," he was like, "this is a great idea." He said, "Because then I can be more involved in the gestures and you can't give me any shit about it anymore." And I was like, "There you go. Yeah, there you go." I was like, "Great idea." So I went and filed. Actually, I think I filed without having that conversation. I filed first. And it was perfect. It was beautiful. But then I knew as the time was getting closer that I felt unsafe. I felt unsafe. And it started to get much more heated with my child, especially, and Jeff. Jeff started losing the battle, and I could tell he was cool with it. But then about 2 weeks went by, and he started to get real kind of angry with me for it. And it would just come out. Like all of a sudden, I'd be like, "What do you want for dinner?" And he'd be like, "What does it matter? You're divorcing me. You're leaving me anyway." Like he would just have these little fits and outbursts. And I was like, this is going to get ugly. Like I feel the tension was building. I knew that he was getting upset and he knew, I think he was starting to realize I'm losing control. She's not going to be my wife anymore. That's how I felt. And I could feel it building and it became very frightening for me. And then he and Huxley, yeah, I told Huxley, absolutely, SMSP. It was unpredictable behavior, definitely. And yeah, Brian, exactly. And uh he just started to get more and more aggressive. And for those of you, I've had some people ask, things did get physical more than once in that marriage. Absolutely. I've never said that out loud before. But things got physical. And when I told Tommy that I was afraid, we got Huxley a plane ticket and I sent Huxley to my parents. And I knew that I was going to be leaving and I did not want my child around that. I knew that if something was going to go bad, I did not want Huxley to witness that. And I didn't want him to do something physical to my child. It kind of went both ways. I thought if anybody's going to get physical here, I would rather he do it to me and Huxley be gone and not have to see that than him do something to my child and then I have to see that. So it was I definitely had a lot. I was trying to balance a lot. And no, he did not get physical when Tommy was here. For the feline fluff balls, love you. Love a full figured kitty. Trixie, thank you. That's so cute. Thank you for your super chat. So all of this was hard to admit. I have to be honest. I hid that for a very long time. I didn't tell anybody that that was going on. Um, I didn't want anybody to know about it. Hello, Coco. Reese, we mostly me go through about a half pound of mini peanut butter cups every day. And now every time I eat one, I think of you. P.S. Happy looks good on you. That is so nice. I don't recognize your name. Thank you for your super chat. That's adorable. And guys, it wasn't, I'm not trying to spin a narrative here like it was physical all the time, but it did get physical. And it got physical with my child a couple of times, and it got physical with me a couple of times. And I knew the potential there. I knew the potential for the storm that was coming. And I thought, how am I going to do this? How am I going to balance and keep? Basically, I was thinking about it in my head, and I never said this out loud. While I was going through all of that, I thought, my new life right now, trying to coexist with this person, I'm a snake charmer. I'm just trying to charm this snake. I just felt like I was just like trying to keep things really cool and calm and keep the waters just calm. And I thought, how am I going to do all this? And it was hard to do all that and have my kid around. And that went on for a couple of years. And once I was able to pay for the divorce, I was like, I got to get Huxley out of here. So that's what I did. And I thought it's better to get my kid out of here than have something happen to him. So I sent Huxley out, and I told Tommy about Jeff getting physical with me. And I told Tommy that I was afraid for what these guys were going to do. And Kraken Studio, I remember you from yesterday. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for being here. That's what happened. Tommy said, oh, hell no. And he got on a plane and he came here immediately. And we had a plan. And I said to him over and over, because Tommy was the meanest, baddest pit bull you've ever seen, but I had him on a leash, and he just said, all you got to do is unhook that leash. And I said, we are not doing that though. I can't see. That was the other thing, is I thought, I'll never forgive myself if something happens to Tommy. Guys, he has a criminal record. What do you think's going to happen? So I was like, I was going out of my mind. I was like, I got to get my kid out of here to protect him. Tommy's coming in to protect me. But if Tommy goes off the deep end because Jeff does something to bait him, I was like, this is too much. It was so much. My folks knew a little bit. Yeah, not a lot. I didn't want to tell anybody about this. I didn't want to put this burden on anybody. Braden, sorry to interrupt. You are so bold and brave and full of love. We're fortunate to have you share your story. Braden, thank you. I love having you here. And thank you for your super chat, my friend. Miss Sunrise Dawn, it makes my heart happy to see y'all out of there and free. Love you, Reese. I love you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. I really do. And thank you for saying that. Jennifer B, no words to tell you how my heart hurts for the Reese and KC. But my heart sings for you now. Thank you, Jennifer B. That's exactly well put. Thank you. Carla, I'm a lurker, and I just want to say you are amazing. Besides Tommy, who else can you confide in? Tommy. And for, like I've said before, anybody who doesn't like Tommy, you're crazy, because that man is close to God in my eyes. I mean, he is an angel on earth. You'll grow your channel doing a few lives with others, exposure to people who don't know you. Absolutely. And I hope to do that, but I'm not in a big hurry to do it either. Anytime you would assure us things were never physical, I always thought, I don't know, just by the way you said it and reassuring us, it made me think he did get physical. He did get physical a couple of times, and he did it with my child as well. You absolutely did the right thing, protecting your son. You're one of the bravest, strongest women I've ever had the honor of calling my chosen sister, and it is my honor to know you. Jamie, I love you, girl. That is such a nice thing to say. Thank you. Thank you. I feel that way about all of you. DJ, thank you for becoming a member. It really helps. Thank you.
Wrap it up.
What?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Why? So you can go live?
No,
It's an inside joke, or is it? Did you share any of this with Aaron? No. No, I did not. I did not share any of this with anybody. I was too afraid to talk, guys. I was very much afraid to speak to anybody about it because loose lips sink ships, right? Nobody knew about it. And I just felt safe with Tommy. And I shared this the jester stuff with Tommy way back when I first met him. It happened after a live one night and we were talking on here. Um yes, I do keep in touch with Jeff's ex-wife and daughters for sure. Thank you, Ina. Thank you guys. I told Tommy, I barely knew him and it just came out. It was just like it must have been one night when I was just stressed out about the gestures. I was crying. He just said I was crying and I was just had enough. There were some times that I would boil over. Jeff and I would fight all the time, you guys, about the gestures. My marriage was nothing but butting heads all the time about it. I hated it. I hated everything they stand for and I couldn't talk about it. And so one night after a live, I was sitting there chatting with Tommy and I think I just started crying. And I said, there's just something I can't talk about. And he said, you can share something with me if you're comfortable. You don't have to. And I said, I can't say it because I'm afraid that it will get around. And he said, kid, I'm a convict. He was like, do you understand what that means? Like, we don't you take stuff to your grave. Like, you don't, if somebody says, I don't want this to get out, he was like, we take that very seriously. So I confided in Tommy and, thank you. SLA Evolver. I'm a lurker and have watched you from the beginning. Thank you. I was so nervous for those final weeks and never knew why. You and me both. You and me both. I was so nervous for Tommy. I was so scared that Jeff was going to do something to Tommy. Was on high alert, you guys. He didn't sleep the whole time I was there. Like, that guy was it was truly that whole house, the tension was with a knife. It was walking on eggshells and he didn't want to be anywhere near Jeff. And I remember one night Tommy was alive in the basement on the lifeboat and Jeff and I started arguing and it started to get louder and louder. And I was like, oh, Jesus, oh, God. I was like, he can hear this. And I thought Tommy's going to come flying up these stairs. And he did. He texted me. He was alive. And he texted me and he said, I'm going to shut this shit down and I'm coming up there. And I said, no, 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 no. I said, everything's fine. We're just arguing. Like, everything's fine. I'm okay. Because we kind of had a unspoken, like, I said, if I need you, trust me, you'll know. I'm going to yell your name. Hey, Becca Jean. DJ Reese, I hope that your story helps at least one man deal with sex addiction and mental health issues. Oh my God, me too. At least one, DJ. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hey, unindoctrinated. I'm glad you're here. I was wondering why you still have your wedding ring on. Pat, sometimes I wear this. This is my wedding ring from my husband that passed away, Fred. And every once in a while, I put it on. And I put it on when I was married to Jeff. I just love this ring and it makes me feel close to Fred. So sometimes you'll see me wear it. Sometimes you won't. How in the hell did you do brunch together? The same way that I was stringing it along. The same, I mean, I said, hey, Ken, good to see you. The same way that I was balancing everything so perfectly. I feel like I was just like masterfully trying to, is it appease? Is that the word? Appease Jeff, keep things on an even keel. Let Tommy know he's good so he doesn't have to go off and then, all hell breaks loose because I really didn't want something to happen with Tommy. So, Keela, Reese, I have known for a long time. I saw through Jeff the day we had the first teams meeting. I knew then that you would not live like that. Love you. P.S. Happy birthday, Doug. Rest in peace. Is today Doug's birthday? Oh, that's really special. Thank you, Keela. And thank you for saying that. Yeah, I just feel like I was walking a tightrope every day and it was getting harder and harder. And I truly believe this. I absolutely know this to be a fact. If Tommy hadn't have been there with me, if he hadn't have showed up, something would have happened to me. I just believe, I absolutely believe something, whether it would have been Jeff, his friends, something would have happened to me. And I'm not saying I would have been killed or something like that, but I would have been threatened. I might have been had some physical abuse. Something would have happened to me. But because Tommy was there, I was safe. And I just will never forget that. And I cannot thank him enough for doing that. And he's still with me. He's amazing. Thank you, Vic. Shame only lives in the dark. So glad you were standing in the light. Absolutely, Brooke Elliott. Thank you, DNV. Jeff, what? I just missed it. Oh, Qualu. Jeff stood between you two in that selfie, and it spoke volumes to me. I don't know which one. I didn't realize how serious it was. Good for you, and thanks for Tommy. Thank you, Info Dump Truck. Reese, I'm in tears for what you went through, and you and Tommy are amazing. Thank you, SMSP. Guys, it's heavy, it's triggering, and I just wanted to share that part of the story because it pertains to so many of you. There's so many people reaching out to me going, now I get it. Now it makes sense. Like there were some holes and I was kind of like not following you. And I can understand that now. I see it through your eyes. I can understand how that would have gone for you. Cindy, knowing all this now, I think back to that time you were were in the car watching outside the Kansas City org. Must have been awkward. It was very awkward, guys. So awkward. I had to play a part most of that time. It was super awkward. How did I tell Jeff I was moving out? That was tough for me. Ann Hummingbird, I'm so sorry, babe. That was really hard, but it was when he was getting ready to go to one of his jester parties. It was not that long ago, a few weeks ago. And it was, even then, Tommy said it, even then it was causing anxiety for me. And I told Jeff, I said, I really wish you weren't doing this. And he was like, I don't care what you wish. I don't care. And I said, you know what? You really disrespect me and my boundaries. And I said, I can't live like this anymore. So I'm going to move out. And I said, while Tommy is still here, he's going to help me to pack things up and find a place. I already knew where I was going. I already had movers. I already had my address, but I didn't tell or share any of that with Jeff. No way. I was waiting till the end for all of that because I thought if this explodes, he needs to know as little as possible. Just feed him as little as possible. And that's how I told him. Good roads, good weather. Works on old men as well. Us women put up with so much stuff from these insecure males. We have your back always. Shelly, I love you. And it's true. It was very good roads, good weather. Hey, Lisa Hughes. Since the beginning, you are brave and a survivor. Proud of you and Huxley. Thank you. Chrissy Never Newton, you stomped eggshells to powder to help walk away. Thank you, babe. And thanks for being a member. P. Taylor, that's so hard to hear, Reese, since we all love you so much. Thank you. I felt like I owe it to you guys to share the whole story. Thank you, P. Taylor. Michelle Asbell, so happy you are safe and happy now. I was worried for you. Happy when Tommy showed up. Happy new life. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Michelle. I feel the same way. That trans dude, Reese, you are such a strong woman, badass and survivor. You remind me of the stories I heard about my Bubby when she was young. She'd move mountains to protect her family. Y'all are heroes. Thank you so much. That is such a nice thing to say. Kitty 1838, victims recognize victims, and I was worried for you. Much love. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. B-bombs. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. Sorry for subbing. Couldn't see what you cats were going through. Thank you for coming back. Thank you. And Tommy is the epitome of knight in shining armor. Absolutely. Living on high alert is exhausting. So pleased that you can now relax and you are free. Thank you for saying that. Oh, I'm sure he felt threatened by Tommy. Dearest Reese, I was Hux. Please rest assured he'll be fine. And, speaking of Huxley, hey, Amanda, dear, and Pitbull Mom, thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Huxley was the top priority and is the top priority. And what's sad there, and it's hard for me to talk about this, you guys know Huxley. And Tommy said this, hey, Malarkey, welcome. Huxley is everything and more that you guys have met on camera. He is absolutely amazing. That kid is so mature. But what's amazing about that kid is he is so strong and he is so protective of me. And the first time it happened, I mean, Huxley is not huge. He kind of is now. He's really sprouted up. He's going to be 15 in snake. He's going to be 15 in November. So he's much bigger now. But this started happening, the physical stuff started happening years ago with Jeff. It happened right after we got married. And I couldn't believe it. I've never had a man get physical with me. I've never had that happen. Hi, Pat Hansen. Thank you. I love Teresa. You were so sly, smart, and brave as hell. You did exactly what a domestic violence counselor would try to encourage you to do. It was almost textbook, and yet it was brilliant. So much respect. Teresa, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Pat Kimbrell. Thank you, Pitbull Mom. But you guys know Huxley, and you know what kind of person he is. And it was so hard for me as a mom when that first boundary was majorly crossed. I told you guys it was like a month after Jeff and I got married. In front of Huxley, Jeff called me a CUNT. And he said, "You're a CUNT mother and you're not a good mother." And it was just this like shock to my system. I was like, what did I do? And I thought that. I thought even when I married Jeff, I was like, this is not a good idea. I didn't feel good about it. And that's on me, guys. That's my fault. That's not Jeff's fault. That's not anybody's fault. That's my fault. Thank you, Miss Sunrise Dawn. That's so nice. People really appreciate that. Thank you. But I knew right then and there, I can deal with this, but it was hard to swallow being a mom and him hearing that. And it went downhill from there. Nearly Marie, you became really good at surviving. It's wonderful to see you thriving. Thank you, Nearly Marie. And thank you for being a member. Hey, Silver Psychic. And I just want to say, I really love that kid. I'm really proud of him. And honestly, in many, many ways, Huxley saved me. He did. There was, and again, it's hard to, I just want to say that the first time it got physical, it was absolutely like, I'll never forget this. It was in between coming in and out of the garage, and we were coming up the stairs to the garage, and I was standing at the top of the stairs, and Jeff was 2 stairs down from me, and Huxley was behind Jeff. And Jeff came at me like this. And I absolutely didn't see it coming. I didn't know what to do. You know what that kid did? He was a little guy too. Huxley was not big. He jumped on Jeff's back. He leapt up like on the front of the bumper of the car, and it was almost like a Marvel movie, like a little Spider-Man. He jumped on Jeff's back and started pulling on Jeff's neck. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. What is my child doing? What is my husband doing? It was absolutely terrifying. And something worse could have happened to me if Huxley hadn't been there. Sandy, thank you for being a member. And I've never experienced anything like that. But I'll tell you, I said this on Natalie's live yesterday. Huxley looked Jeff in the face, and Huxley's the height difference. And Jeff is a 300-pound man, and Huxley's this little boy at the time. And he looked at Jeff when he got in front of him, and he said, "You will never treat my mother that way." He was like, "Don't you ever put your hands on my mother." And it just broke me. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? What am I going to do? I thought, I don't have any money to leave. I don't know what to do. And it was terrible. It was really awful. And I'll never forget that because it was just, I felt so bad as a mom. I was like, what did I get this kid into? Yes, we live in a nice home. Yes, he has a good school. Patty D, thank you. And yes, he takes care of us financially, but I thought, oh my God, I'm so fucked. And that's how I felt for years. That went on for years. And whether it would be physical or not physical, Jeff would be done screaming at me after dinner one night or whatever it would be. We'd get into these big fights. And Huxley would come out of his room every time, guns blazing. And he would go, Jeff, stop talking to my mom like that. And Jeff would get so angry. And I had to pull Huxley aside one night. I said, you can't do this anymore. You cannot get involved in this because I have to referee. Jeff wants to tear your head off, and you're feeding his fuel by trying to get involved. And he would go, I can't help it, Mom. I can't let him talk to you like that. I won't allow it. And I was like, this kid is got balls of steel. Jeff is huge. Jeff is like 6'2", 300 pounds. He's a big man. He could take us both out easily. And Huxley had no back off whatsoever. Jeff pretended to be someone he wasn't. Let him have some of the fault. You do not deserve all the fault. Thank you, Katie did. Thank you for your super chat. I understand what you're saying, but who cares? I don't live with Jeff anymore. I don't even care about Jeff. The point of the story is I still have my kid, and I feel guilty about that. I feel really bad about that. And I will never put him in that position again. And the only probably good thing that came out of it, Huxley has such a beautiful heart. He always has. And he would sit down with me and he would give these deep talks with me, and he would go, Mom, I will never treat my wife that way. I will never talk to my wife the way he talks to you. And he was really passionate about that. And I would go, I know you won't, son. I know you won't. I know you'll never talk to women that way. And I would say, this is not an example of a man. Don't ever look at Jeff as a man and look up to this. Even if he plays football with you or buys you something, I was like, none of this is real. He crossed a boundary that cannot be brought back. It's broken. And you can't take this as an example of a man. And he would say, I never did. And he would say to me, I never liked Jeff. Like, he never sold me on anything. Huxley is so wise. Yorkie Mom, sending you more via Venmo. Thank you. That's so nice. My heart is broken for what you and Hux had to go through to get here now. Love you, Tommy and Hux, even more. Thank you, Yorkie Mom. I love you too, babe. And thank you for that. It really helps. Thank you. FC Nancy, you are a good person and a wonderful mom. You did a great job raising him. Believe me, you have a lifetime of happiness with him and Tommy, from one single mom to another. Thank you so much, Nancy. That means a lot to me. Thank you. And guys, this isn't a trash Jeff thing. This is going to be me talking about my journey and my experiences through that. Because, what did I do when I was outed in the Scientology world? I've talked to you through and through, and it's therapeutic. And I talked to you from beginning to end on how I was outed and what happened little by little and the breakdown of all of it. That's what I'm doing now because it helps me. And it was a cult in and of itself. And I hope this doesn't offend anybody. Thank you, Kelly H. Kathy loves horses. This is for Huxley. Please buy him a treat. So proud of him. That is so nice. Thank you, Kathy loves horses. And I will. I definitely will. Pamela, thank you. Gorgeous woman. Love you. Love you, Pamela. Thank you. Huxley is your earth angel. Us with shitty dads are blessed with wonderful sons. Sassy, that's so true. Yeah, I'm really proud of Huxley every day. That kid is amazing. He is amazing. I'm going to have him on a live soon. Marie M., I'm a child of family violence, and I feel your son's pain and your pain. Your story will help others find their path. Much love. Thank you, Marie M. And I'm sorry you had to go through that as well. I did not reach out to a women's shelter, Karina. I didn't talk to anybody about it. I didn't talk to anyone about it. I was born into Scientology, Braden. Thank you, Robin W. May Danger, I've been on both sides. The one suffering domestic violence and friend loved one that would gladly go to jail to help a friend out of bad situation. Let your friends help you. You are worth the risk. Thank you, May Danger. I think I'm out of the woods now. I hope. Lindsay, there is nothing that disgusts me more than an abuser. Huxley, you are truly a remarkable young man. You and Hux are so incredibly blessed to have each other. Both of you have huge wells of strength. Lindsay, that is such a nice thing to say. Thank you for that. I'll tell him that. And thank you for your super chat. Thank you, Adam Wood. Christy Bell, I'm so happy I'm away from Jeff. Yeah. Hey, Island Life. And the other thing, guys, I just want to say, and I won't stay on much longer, Tony's Hooter, so proud of you. My daughter was in an abusive relationship. I saw the signs, but knew we had to play along. I cheered out loud when Tommy showed up. Again, love you all so much. I love you, Tony Suter. I always will. You're such a good friend of mine. Thank you for that. Sarah Bowman, so glad you got out of that horrible situation. You're amazing, and Huxley is a great kid. You and Tommy are made for each other. Sarah, thank you for saying that. I find that to be very true as well. The other thing I want to say, and this is to women or men who are going through maybe something similar. This is hard for me to say. And I don't know if this is, I kind of get the feeling that this is because of my Scientology background. Guys, I went through a lot in Scientology. You know, I went through some physical violence there in Scientology, some. I always justify it. And who did I share it with? I did share it with one friend once that Jeff got physical with us a couple of times. Wasn't all the time. And I'm doing it now. And this friend looked at me and said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, and then Tommy, when I shared it with Tommy, which I didn't want to tell Tommy because I know how Tommy feels about women and just how much he respects women. And I thought, oh my God, I don't want to tell him. But when I told Tommy, I know you were in Scientology, it was a bad joke. I thought maybe you were kidding, Braden. Thank you. Have you taken out an intervention order on Jeff? No, and there's no need to. Jeff's not going to do anything to me. Hockeytown John, I had an abusive alcoholic father that routinely beat my mother. When I was 16, he went after her for the first time. I beat him the way that he did her that day, and we never saw him again. Wow. That's really heavy, but I'm really grateful that you did that for your mother, John. That's amazing. You're a good man. I already knew that, but thank you for sharing that with us. Hi, Jenny. Sharing that with a friend and sharing that with Tommy. And I just want to say to people who, I don't know if this is common, but I know for me, I justify it. And I did that with Tommy. And I said, it only happened a couple of times. And Tommy was like, same thing. He was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no man. Tommy said, he goes, do you know how many people I've fought? Do you know how many fights I've been in? Do you know how many like fingers and knuckles I've broken? And, you know, I mean, Tommy's been in some fights. He was like, not once have I ever put hands on a woman. And I never would. And I know that about him. And that really kind of struck me. I was like, you know, coming from someone who has been through it. Yes, Brian Lucas. But guys, for whatever reason, it was easy for me to say this. And I still believe that. I still believe. I'm like, it was only a couple of times. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. It only happened a couple of times. And this female friend I told was like, my husband would never do that to me. I don't care what I say, would never do that. And for what other, I don't know why. I don't know why for it's okay with me. Like, I was like, it's not like he was a wife beater, guys. He didn't, you know, smack me around all the time. It happened a couple of times. And I don't know why I was okay with that. But I will tell you, being away from it and just being with the short time I've been with Tommy, I feel now what respect is like from a partner, from a man. And I would never, I don't know why I thought that was okay. I don't know why I thought, I mean, other than the way it went through my mind, if I'm being totally honest with you, was security. I thought, well, we have a home. Well, he pays for everything. If I act good, then I get treated well. You know, sometimes he's nice to me. Sometimes we have sex. We have date nights. So I would like stupid stuff. That's not enough. That's not enough. If you're actually having to add it up, if you're having to do math in your fucking mind about your spouse, going, well, you know, sometimes we get along great. Sometimes he's nice to my child. Fuck that. Now that I'm away from it, no, that is not enough. That's not okay. Just as a human being, I don't care if this is a boss treating you poorly. I don't care if it's some friend, let alone your spouse. It's not okay. You should not be sitting there in your mind adding up and multiplying and subtracting and adding and going, well, that's not good, but this is okay. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's just not okay. I'm here to tell you, it's just not. And I don't know why I did that. I put myself at huge fucking risk doing that. And I had a child to protect. And I'll never do it again. Huxley is a great kid and has a strong sense of justice. I was the same way growing up. The scars from standing up to bullies were worth it. Thank you, DJ. Absolutely. And he does. Huxley and Hockeytown John and Tommy are real men, says Copper Top. Absolutely. Your love for Huck saved you as much as Tommy did. Shelly Kelly, I love you, girl. Thank you for saying that. Once is too many. I know, Shelly. And for whatever reason, I let myself have it. I let myself go through it. Don't tell Tommy that my ex hurt Corey. Corey has super crush on both him and Johnny. Who's Corey, Ann? I guess I'm confused, but I won't tell him unless he's watching. Katie did, because that is how the abused think. We blame ourselves and downplay what they did. That's so true. Thank you for your super chat, but that is so true. You had to justify to get through it. No shame in figuring out how to adjust and survive in a hopeless seeming situation if it gets you out. Sophia, that's a good point. You make a very good point. And I felt very hopeless for years because I'm never getting out of this. I can't afford to leave. And then I got the YouTube channel and I started getting super chats and I started saving them. And I thought, oh my God, there's light here. There's actual light at the end of this tunnel. I can get out of here. And that was my ticket out. I just kept saving your super chats. And I was like, these people have no idea how much they're helping me. And that's why I'm so grateful. And that's why it makes me crazy when people are like, Reese is a grifter. Reese is just trying to rake over, you guys, and she's a liar and trying to make money off of you. No, that's not true at all. And I appreciate everything I've ever received from anybody. These people saved me. Jennifer B., your dad let you get hurt. Why would you think it was wrong for X to do it? I completely understand why you justified it. You didn't know any better. Jennifer B., that's a good point. My dad wasn't there to protect me either, and he was okay with it. So I want to say that for people who may be watching or may know somebody going through an abusive situation, whether it's abusive mentally, physically, it's not okay. It's never okay. And I want to thank you guys for listening to me. And I'm sorry if I upset anyone tonight. I know that's a triggering conversation, but it needs to be talked about. And we laugh here, we cry here, and we need to talk about the heavy stuff as well. And I've been through some heavy things lately, and I want to share those things because I'm hoping that it will help some man or woman out of a situation or help somebody to think differently. Like maybe this isn't good. Maybe I do need to make a change. Thank you, Donna Sanders. How do you have sex with a man who threatened you? Can you talk about the sex? Yeah, I mean, here's what happened. When Jeff would go to those sex parties, I hated him. But there were times that I would try to, once he would come home, I would tell my therapist this, let me read this. You did it because you were financially abused on top of it all. You had to find the good. It was survival mode. Well, it's like, thank you, Anita. It's almost like what Anita just said. When you decided to call the Aftermath Foundation, you set the ball rolling to save Huxley. Lost Mittens, I love you. That's such a good point. I'm going to get back to your question. Matt's mom, you have been in survival mode since you were a child. You did what you had to do. My heart breaks for what you endured. You are helping so many by sharing. Thank you, Matt's mom. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, Snake. Let me kind of break that down for you because it's a good question. And as long as you guys don't mind me answering that. Love you too, BJ's Critters. I would always tell my therapist this. You guys remember when I would say, when Jeff would go to those parties, I would sit at home. It was 5 days long. He didn't have his phone. He couldn't have his phone. So I would sit there and tear and chew on my skin and I would bleed and it was awful. And I would just do this. I was just like sitting in a chair, like rocking back and forth, and it would make me insane. And whenever he would go to those parties, I would always tell my therapist, it's like the water is rising and I can't breathe. It's getting closer and closer. So what is today? July, what? 6th, 7th? I don't know. 6th. Okay. Let's say he had one of those parties coming up. He actually has one coming up in like 3 weeks, but who cares? I'm not married to him. Let's say I'm married to Jeff and one of those parties is coming up in 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 3 months. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter in my mind. I was going insane. I was a rat in a cage. So I would sit there. He would come home and go, hey, I'm going to a Jester party on July 28th. And I would go, And I literally was like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe because it's already the 6th and we have how many days? And I would start counting it down. And tomorrow's the 7th and Monday's the 8th. And I would start doing this and I would get so nervous. And then I wouldn't have sex with him and I wouldn't even be able to look at him. And he would go to those parties. He would go to the party for 5 days. He'd come home and I would hate him and I wouldn't talk to him. And he would say, like, whenever you're ready to talk to me, when you're done being a bitch, let me know. Like, it's not what you think it is anyway. It's all in your damn head. You're crazy, like all that. So I had that to battle with as well. I didn't have an understanding man that would go, look, I get it. It was very like, you're a fucking lunatic, girl. Whenever you're done being a lunatic, stop on by. That's how it would go. So he'd come home from those parties and it would take me about a week to talk to him again. And then the water was up here and I was going, and I felt like that's what I was doing. I felt like that's what I was doing. It was way worse than anything in Scientology ever was for me. I never had those kinds of feelings in Scientology. If you don't mind me asking, why were you a wreck when Jeff would go to one of his creepy parties? Duchess Diana, because I knew my husband was going to sex parties. I knew who those girls were. I loved Jeff. I married Jeff thinking I was entering into a real marriage. Once I found that out and I knew what my place was in this marriage, that I was just a joke and I was going to be gaslit about it, that's why. I absolutely couldn't handle it. I have never experienced anything that made me feel such a psychotic feeling of insanity. And so literally that's what I would tell my therapist. I could feel it was like I'm gonna have to hold my breath. That's how it felt. I was like, I can't handle this. I can't handle this. Like I had to sit in my home for 5 days while my husband was off in Utah or Ohio or Wyoming or wherever the hell he went at a fuck party. How would you do if you loved your husband and you cared? I cared. Some of those women don't care. I fucking cared. And so when he would come home, hi, Riley's human. It would take me about a week to chill the fuck out, but I would look at my watch and I would look at my calendar and I would go, I made it through another one. I made it through another one. I can do this. I made it through another one. And then he would say, well, I've got another one in October. And I would go, ugh, ugh. And I would go, it's okay. I have 8 weeks. I'm okay. I'm okay. I have 8 weeks to be with Jeff, to keep him as my own. And so when I would have sex with Jeff, I would just go somewhere else. I would pretend that Jeff was a really good person. I would pretend in my mind that this guy really loves me and he cares. And he did a pretty good job at pretending to do that anyway. He would take me out on dates and he would tell me, Jeff would wake me up, guys, in the middle of the night. And he would give me massages and he would rub me and rub my hands and hold my hands. And he would go, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. That's what he would do. And I did love him. And I would think at that moment, just enjoy this moment. Like, just enjoy that he's saying that to me. Believe him. Try to believe him as much as you can. But you have no idea how hard that is to do. Because 2 seconds later, I would go, but you go to fuck parties. You don't love me. You don't think I'm beautiful. Because if you did, I would be enough for you. And I'm not enough for you. And that's not my fucking problem anymore. But it was at the time. And so that's how I knew. How did you know the women being trafficked by Jeff? Well, it's quite easy, actually. I found them on his computer. But these guys are pretty stupid. Okay. So on Facebook, I would scroll on Facebook and it would say, so and so, you may know. And it's some hot thing with big boobs and fake lips. And I'm like, who the hell is this? Why would I know this person? Well, I'd click on her profile and it would say, you have 463 friends in common. And I would go, what the fuck? And I would look at the friend list and it was all jesters. And then I'd click on her pictures and all of Jeff and Jeff's friends would go, hey, baby. Hey, great tits. Hey, had fun at that party. Hey, can't wait to see you again. And I would simply spend hours connecting the dots, girl to girl to girl. And then I found him on Jeff's computer. So that helped. But then I went to Jeff and I said, "Is this a hooker?" And he would go, "Yeah." And I would go, "Did you sleep with her?" And he would go, "Many times." Yeah. And I would go, "Why are you guys so stupid? Why are you so stupid? Why are all of your friends friends with these hot ass women? Like, do other women do the wives see this shit, or is it just me?" It was not hard to find how stupid these guys were. Now, I got confirmation because Jeff's computer proved it all to me. He had personal one-on-one conversations with these women. And I have way more to confirm why. I talked with a lot of the other jesters about this and they confirmed it with me. But I couldn't believe how easy it was to connect the dots. It was so easy. All you have to do is go to Facebook, and all these women were like, "People you may know, people you may want to friend." And I was like, "Why is Jeff friends with these double D's and this girl that looks like she's 20 years old? Like, why are you friends with her?" And then I would ask him and he would tell me the truth because I found everything out anyway. Jennifer B, talking about this has to be traumatic. Thank you for being vulnerable. You are enough. We love you. Thank you, Jennifer B. It is traumatic, but it's also therapeutic. And it's disgusting and it's stupid. It's lame as shit. I was like, how am I the only one that's figuring this out? I still don't know. Olga, wow, I can see how your spirit was broken by everything you've seen and experienced. So sorry. That is so validating, Olga. That is such a perfect way to put it. I was fucking broken by that. That broke me as a human being, mentally. It broke me down so much. I felt like the ugliest person. Can you guys imagine? That's all I did all day long. I would look at pictures of these women that Jeff was sleeping with or his friends were sleeping with, and I would just look at them and compare. And I was like, I'm never going to look like that. I'm never going to look like that. I'm never going to have that beautiful face. I'm never.
Knock that off and wrap this up. I gotta go. Hurry up.
You got to go where?
Sorry, I need I need to get all the equipment out of here.
Equipment?
Yeah, I'm doing a show shortly.
Okay. Tommy doesn't like it when I talk about myself like that. But, and I am going to wrap this up, guys, because it's getting late. But I would sit there and compare myself. And that made it so much harder for me to exist as a human being. It just broke me down. It broke me down even more. It was like, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I don't look like that. My husband's going to these parties for this attention from these women. How can I compete with that? I'm at home tearing off my nails, bleeding because I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. And I want to talk more about this stuff. I am going to wrap it up now, but I want to talk more about this stuff. By the way, there's 1,300 people in here watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. It's very validating for you guys to be here. If you don't mind subscribing, I would appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. And it means a lot that you guys are here. I want to talk more about this if you guys are game for that. If you're cool with it, I want to talk more about it because I feel like, one, it helps me to talk about it. It feels so good right now. I feel so much better getting this out. This has all been trapped in my head for years. I couldn't talk about it with anybody except Jeff. And Jeff would look at me and go, do you hear yourself? You're just a crazy fucking Scientologist. Scientology did some shit to you. Why am I paying for therapy? You need a therapist. You need a better therapist. Are you okay? You're unstable. I mean, he would do that shit to me all day long. That's the only person I could talk to about it. So it means so much to me that you guys are sitting here listening to me. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind if I continue to talk about it a little bit because I feel like I need to. I feel like I need to get it out. And I hope that it helps somebody else. You can't be an advocate being silent. Keep talking. I love you, Barbara. And you're so right about that. You're so right. Scientology, I agree, Keela. Absolutely. Scientology made you strong enough to face this. Thanks for one thing, Scientology. I agree. Scientology helped me in many ways to overcome this. Yeah. I think I wouldn't have overcome it if I didn't have Scientology. So everybody, thank you for listening to me. And I hope this isn't too much. I don't want to upset anyone, but I got to get this out. It feels good to get it out. It feels like the right thing to get it out. And I also want to believe that this is helping somebody else. I want to help other people get out of Scientology, get out of abusive situations, get out of anything that's harmful to you. And I hope that this helps. I love you, Sassy Savage. I love you, Keela. Guys, I really, truly love you. You guys have my heart. Thank you for listening to me tonight. This was important for me to talk about. And I'm telling the truth, and I have a lot of receipts to back it up. And I have audios to back it up if I need to, and videos. So thank you for listening. Love you, Liv's mom. Stacy Toms, definitely that trans dude. Joe Virus, how do I inbox Katie Fulton? I accidentally blocked her. Oh my God. I have no idea. Does anybody know? I love you, Third Eye Open. Reach out to her, maybe? I don't know. Joe, let me look into that. I don't know how you block her on YouTube. Thank you, Mama Bear. I love you guys. Please check your subscription if you want to. I will be back to talk more about this because it really is a passionate thing for me at this point. I want to get it out. Thank you I love you, Joel Sachs. Thank you guys for being here with me. And I'll probably be on tomorrow. My birthday is Monday. We'll definitely be on Monday. I want to do just a I'm 40 stream and share it with you guys. Thank you for your super chats tonight. And I will definitely be back. And here comes Fred. Thank you for listening, you guys.